Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of, well, actually, the first episode of Staying Up with Pat, because it's just me today. I'm all by myself in the warehouse, in the studio. Jodi is off gallivanting around somewhere. I don't know where. Actually, no, she's at home. But I'm here. I'm in the studio. I'm here to entertain you. And I don't know, should I need to ask you guys, should I bring her on to the show today? I want to know, do we need Jodi tonight? I'm going to put the question up here. Do we need Jodi? And a question mark. And let's see if anybody answers. They probably won't. But but Jodi is not here with us right now. She's actually at the house hanging out with the pups. We actually have another dog that we're trying out right now. Number 3, I guess this is. And so tonight, what the hell? I guess I'll bring her on. I'll bring in my lovely wife, which, by the way, we're celebrating 30 years since we met for the very first time at the Red Onion in Redondo Beach. Here's the Jodi part of Staying Up with Pat and Jodi. Yay!
Really? You don't need me? What? I'm out gallivanting? We're experimenting with them?
I don't know what you're doing.
Oh my gosh. 30 years ago today, I was at the Red Onion. And look at me now.
That's right. Now you're at home with our dogs.
Yes.
That's not the kind of drink that you were having that night, though. You were having a different kind of drink.
No, I was having a ginger ale or a club soda.
You're right. Neither one of us were drinking that night, which was interesting. Both of us were drinking non-alcoholic drinks, which was it.
Now we're drinking every day, ladies and gentlemen, every day. So we're doing a remote show. This is pretty cool. So well, happy anniversary, Pat.
Happy anniversary.
Hold your glass. Woo. We could toast.
Cheers.
No, you got to get it. Yeah. Oh, cheers. Woo. This is fun. Can I see comments when they come in?
I'll tell you what they are. I'll post them up.
I'm sure you will.
Yes.
So we're here. I am here with our new pup, Wyatt. Everybody, Wyatt is here, right?
Like Wyatt Earp,
or like Bray Wyatt, if you're a WWE fan. I keep wanting to call him Bray. Every time he runs around the house, I go, Wyatt. I call him Bray. And in my head, I keep hearing the Bray Wyatt theme song. Da, 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 who can make the sun? Da, da, da. You got to be a wrestling fan to get that.
Yeah. Or tone deaf, one of the two. I don't know. I couldn't tell.
Hey, I remember that remark.
So do I. So what else is exciting going on over there today, since I'm not at the house with you?
Well, let's talk a little bit about our Bray Wyatt, our Wyatt. Let's talk about Wyatt.
Our crazy Wyatt dog.
Yes, our crazy Wyatt dog,
who has kept us from sleeping more than a few hours each night for the last 3 nights.
So tell everybody what kind of dog he is.
So we think. We're not 100% sure because he was a rescue. We think that he may be like an Aussie mix. He could be Aussie with cattle dog. He could be Border Collie with German Shepherd. We don't know. There's just, unless we got a DNA test, it's really hard to tell. He has a little bit of Merle in him, which is kind of traditionally, could be either cattle dog or Aussie. But the body kind of has that German Shepherd coloring and hair. So who knows? But he's a beautiful pup. He just kind of not really socialized, wasn't really trained, so he has a lot of issues we got to deal with. Plus, he's in a new home. We got him out of California, and so he's getting acclimated to things. It's barely been, it'll be 3 days in an hour and a half or so that he's been with us. So we'll see. We'll see how well he does and how long it takes him to kind of chill out and acclimate and not be so barky.
Yeah, well, he did pretty good today, so we'll see how he does tonight. But Pat has been sleeping on the couch for the past 3 nights.
Yeah, me and the couch have gotten to know each other quite well. And it's not because we got into an argument, it's because I have to be there to watch the dog and to get him to stop barking and stuff like that. So yeah, but there's always,
Yeah.
getting a new dog, especially a rescue, is always work. There's no way around it. You're rarely going to get a perfect dog. We got lucky. I mean, if you say with the one dog that had no issues from day one, that was Buddy. Our dog Buddy, who was an Aussie, sort of a tricolor with some Merle Aussie. From day one, he was great. No digging, no chewing, no barking, no craziness. He just came in and just made himself at home. And when Sahara tried to kill him, he just backed off and said, "Okay, you have your moment." Because she was a rough one. Sahara, our one dog Sahara, who lived to be 17, by the way, she was tough with new dogs. She never liked new dogs. It took like 3 days for those two to be even left in the same room without any supervision. But after that, they became best of buds, and they were connected at the hip. In fact, Sahara, if we took Buddy, because Sahara didn't really need to be groomed, she just needed baths. If we took Buddy by himself, she freaked out. She absolutely freaked out and would be shaking and crying and did not like being away from him. From our other dog. And guess who is here with us? Our favorite friend from the South. Teddy Spees.
He's back.
That's right.
And I'm here at Casa de Harris without you.
I know I know he's coming down here in November, so hopefully we'll have some time to spend with Teddy Spees, aka Morgan Dollar, aka a stud of the South.
Norman.
Yes, Norman. Oh, that's what I forgot. His name is Norman now. His name is now Norman.
Last week I called him Norman for some reason. I have no
idea
why.
No idea why. We don't. We have some psychoanalysis happening now, and even the doctors are not sure why she called him Norman, because we don't even know anybody named Norman.
It's the same reason why I'm calling my dog Bray Wyatt.
That's right.
Bray Wyatt. Wyatt Earp. But yeah.
Wyatt Earp and Norman.
So that's what I did. I am because it's kind of a slow week. I'm kind of spending more time working out of the house this week, but I'll be in the office tomorrow. So, and Pat will be taking care of the dogs, because it's really important that you bond, with your animal right away. So we didn't want to leave him, and we didn't want to take him down to the office and do all that stuff. So
got to break him in slowly.
Yeah,
give him a chance
it's only
to
been
relax.
It'll be 3 days.
Yeah, it's only been 3 days. We did take him for a bath yesterday, though.
Yes, that was Monday. Was it yesterday?
Sorry. Monday we took him.
Yeah, Monday.
We took him Monday.
Yeah,
and he loved every moment of it.
Yeah,
no, he hated it. Like a lot of dogs.
I think we liked every moment of it. We got the bath, not him.
We did get watched pretty good on that. We did the DIY thing so we could actually be there and sort of be hands-on with them. And he just did not look like he was happy to be getting a bath that day. But we got through it, and now he's nice and clean. So
does any dog, Pat, really want to be bathed? I mean, I don't know any dog that really, really loves a bath. There
are some that are like big water dogs that love that, but even Lucky, who was a big water dog, did not like taking a bath. If you remember, there was times when we tried to get Lucky in the bathroom, and he would reach his paws out, and he would grab the door jamb with his paws so he wouldn't go into the bathroom. He would literally try to grab the door to keep from going in there. But yet he would jump into any random pond that you happen to be walking in past, just for the hell of it. If there was a pond and you had him on, he would jump into the pond.
Yeah, he did.
You would have no time to stop it. No time to stop it.
Yeah, he really did love. He really did love the water, and so.
Yeah, in fact, we have pictures of him jumping into the pool next door to us, where he's literally 3 or 4 feet off the surface of the water, with his paws back like this, mouth open wide, and the tennis ball below him. We got to find that picture. I know we have.
Yeah, well, we're now that the weather in here in Vegas is really for Morgan, it's going to be great because the weather is going to be beautiful. Cooler. I could tell you though, sleeping outside at 5:30 in the morning, it's pretty cold outside. It's not super cold, but like I'm not wearing shorts. I'm wearing like yoga pants. And I have a blanket, and I have my Dollar Tree socks with me. So I'm like, but because you are up with the dog, and then I get him at like 5:30 in the morning, and it's Crazy.
Yeah, we do shifts.
Right now, he's passed out. He's passed out on the floor.
Yeah, we got to keep him awake
so
he's not so tired tonight, or so he's really tired tonight. Just keep throwing stuff at him.
Wake up, Pat,
Wake up.
Wake up, Wyatt. So what do you think? Oh, I think he heard his name. So what do you think about all this stuff with our president now? Is he COVID free? What am I hearing?
Well, according to the doctors, he had 2 consecutive tests that he came back COVID free. If that's the case, then whatever they gave him worked phenomenally and needs to start getting distributed immediately because that's the thing. I think the therapeutics are far more important. Vaccine is only so effective, but if you can treat it and knock it out quick, that's what saves lives. And if they gave a guy who's in his 70s and overweight something and he's basically caught it and completely recovered with no trace of it after a week, that's pretty damn good. That's pretty damn good. Now, so we'll see if how much that had to do with those therapeutics being pushed. I hope they don't politicize it and say, "Wow, they use it on Trump, so we're not going to," I hope they don't do that because that will cost lives. If it worked, let's use it. Let's get it out there. Let's save some lives, people.
Oh, absolutely. I'm with you on that for sure. And I guess is there a town hall tonight? Is there a town hall meeting tonight? I'm not sure.
I thought I saw something earlier that was posted up on Facebook that he was talking and he was I think he actually went to another city. I heard that. You heard what?
Go ahead.
You got a drink. And what if I was
about to cough?
Oh, okay.
I heard that Savannah Guthrie is going to be the host or the moderator tonight. So yes.
Oh, well, that'll be interesting. What moderator? But it's not it's a town hall. It's not
she said it's some kind of town hall. So I have no idea. Well, I guess after we do Stand Up Jodi, we'll have to check it out.
Absolutely. Check it out, man.
And what do you think? I mean, Pat, 10, 10, 20. Let's talk about that. 10, 10, 20.
Yeah.
Las Vegas had so many weddings that day. I mean, obviously we didn't get right. 400 marriage licenses were given out that Thursday, which would have been the 8th. And then the 9th, they had a 2-hour wait for marriage licenses in Las Vegas. And then Saturday was the big day. So I haven't seen the numbers yet, but I'm real curious to see how Vegas did. But it was a record-breaking day, is from what I understand.
Yeah, I think a lot of people who have been holding off and just want to get the ceremony part out of the way, and maybe a lot of people that had planned that day anyway are like, screw it, let's do the elopement. I think the wedding chapels and the restaurants did great. People like us, not so much. But the wedding chapels all did great because we know some people that own a wedding chapel and they were absolutely slammed. I mean, it was literally from the time the doors opened until they closed, they were one after the other after the other. I mean, they were going to be lucky to have a bathroom break. So pretty crazy day in Vegas for weddings. And the traffic, I got to tell you, we drove home because we went out to go get Wyatt that Sunday, which was the day after. And did it a same-day turnaround to California. The traffic getting out when we left early in the morning was a bear. Coming home, looking at the traffic leaving Vegas, it had to have been, instead of a 4-hour drive, it had to be at least a 7-hour drive back in because it was bumper-to-bumper traffic almost the entire way from Vegas back to L.A. with just a few spots that opened up. I mean, it was nuts. It looked like a holiday. It looked like Thanksgiving or Christmas traffic.
Yeah, it really did. Well, people are coming in. I mean, from the marriage licenses that I've seen, the stats on the marriage licenses, which I shared with you, it's California, Nevada, and then Texas. Those are the 3 big states where people are coming to Vegas. So people are doing these destination chapel weddings, but they're coming into Vegas from those 3 places.
And we've actually gotten a few international ones too. You saw there were a few couples that came in internationally, so they're not as restricted as we think. I mean, it's not as easy, but they still figured out a way to how to get here, and get married.
Yeah, people are coming to Vegas, so that's great. I mean, even though there are reports that Planet Hollywood, which just opened up, Planet Hollywood Hotel, is only open on the weekends. The hotel is only open on the weekends. Right. Thursday through, I believe, Monday. So Thursday through Monday. And then the same thing with the Encore Hotel. They're closed during the week, but only open on the weekends.
Yeah, and wasn't Palazzo doing that for a while too, and then they finally opened up all week. They did. You could do Venetian, but Palazzo was only open up on the weekends because they just wanted to have that extra weekend traffic. Yeah, so I mean they're just doing it in stages, which is what they have to do because they have to watch their costs. And we saw with the one event that we did have on the 10th that a lot of even the big facilities don't have the staffing that they used to have, so they've had to close certain things down. Like we couldn't even load into where we normally loaded into on Saturday, because they didn't have anybody for the guard gate. Yeah. So that whole area was just blocked off. So we had to push a long way.
Yes, we did. And the one thing I did notice, because we were at a restaurant, that there were a lot of group dinners.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Because people are coming in.
Yeah, like you said, the restaurant and the chapels are super busy. Those are the ones that are really, really busy right now. So so that's what's going on in Vegas. But and I also hear the president, Pat, might be coming in on Sunday. So our friend Jack, my friend Jack, is watching us right now, and so he would know. But he's like this, Pat, with Trump. I don't know if you know that. They're like that. Wow, yeah, Jack like and President Trump are like this. I think it's because Jack and President Trump like that egg beater.
Maybe. So, but he's coming back that soon because he was just here in Henderson just before he got sick.
Yeah. Well, no, I heard
Pence was out today. Here.
Yeah. So the traffic on Sunday. I hope he's nowhere near the cancer walk because we got that coming up on Sunday.
Yes. Yeah, because that's and you have to watch the freeways because they completely shut down freeways. So I don't think the time that we're leaving in the morning should be bad, but when we leave in the afternoon from the cancer walk, we might have to check for traffic issues. And then I think after we're done and when we go into the lake, I think from where we are to the lake, I don't think there should be issues unless where he's speaking is out in that direction again. We'll see. I don't know if he's in Henderson again.
Yeah, I got to look. I mean, I just heard about it today, so we'll see what's going on with that. But yeah, he's coming. He's coming in, and and now they're trying to elect a Supreme Court justice. You saw all that going on in the news as well.
They've been having. This is the second day of, and I think it's been described as sounding more like a trial than a hearing. As far as trying to, it's less like they're trying to make sure. It's supposed to be basically like a very involved job, an interview where you're trying to make sure that this person is qualified, and it's just like I think the last few Supreme Court justices, it's been more like a criminal trial. They just seem to go out there and they want to grandstand and look. Here's the thing: is both sides do it, and next time you see a Democrat come up for a position, you'll probably see the same thing happen. But they keep raising the bar on how nasty they get, forgetting that when it's their turn, they're going to get the same treatment. So it's both
and nobody's
sides
nasty. And nobody, and she didn't have nothing like the Brett Kavanaugh guy. I mean, he was really raked through the coals. Nobody's talking about. Nobody's talking about her history. I mean, you were seen in a bikini in the Hamptons in the 80s.
Yeah, I think they try to bring up that she lived in some religious household when she was younger, and it's like, really, you're going after that? It's like that's all you got. I guess they couldn't find anybody to say that she raped him, but they did ask. They did ask her. Apparently, they asked. Apparently, they did ask her if they asked if she had sexually assaulted anyone. I think is what the question was, and you see a look on her face like, really? But yeah,
wow.
So but they're going for the jugular with this stuff. It gets politics gets nasty, and she seems like a really nice woman.
She really does. You ever notice that all the women that Trump surrounds himself with are all beautiful ladies? They're all really pretty.
Yeah, I don't think that's by accident.
They're all in really good shape, and they're all beautiful women. I mean, the Latinas and the white, the black women.
Look at his look at his press secretary. His press secretary is beautiful. And
well, look at the governor. Well, look at that governor that he has in South Dakota. Is there anybody more beautiful than her?
She's gorgeous. Model. Yeah, she looks like she could play Wonder Woman.
Well, the people in South Dakota feel that way.
That's probably why they elect her.
That's why they're thriving. They're thriving. What's going to really get me really kind of crazy and upset is that at the end of the year, when people say, how was your business? How did you survive 2020? Were you up? Were you down? There are going to be certain people that are going to say, we had our best year ever because they weren't on such a tight lockdown,
Yeah, or they were in a more called essential. They were more essential to, I always love the fact that I understand the reasoning behind it. It's just any time that you're told that, hey, your entire industry and you are non-essential. It's like, wow, that makes me feel so much better that you're considered non-essential. And, and it's I don't think they think of it in that way, but certainly that's how things come across, as you feel like you kind of got kicked to the curb and they're forgetting about you. And they're kind of slow to the game as far as being able to try and do anything to help people that are non-essential. And make sure that they survive this too, because everybody has to come out of this. It's not just about not getting sick. It's also about having enough money to pay your money and not drink yourself to death.
Absolutely. And you had heard that I had a meeting with our commissioner, who is the head of the COVID task force here in Las Vegas. And her biggest concern is the fact about the flu. A lot of people are worried about our flu season because it starts like now, Pat, and then it goes till like December. Is that what she said?
It can go as late as April.
No, I thought she said something about if we can get through between now and December 1st, we'll be okay.
Well, it'll just help because that's when the worst part of it is, and it kind of tapers off, but it doesn't really end until April. But the worst part is probably December, January.
Yeah. Well, thank God we live. Well, thank God we live in a wonderful climate here in Vegas. By the way, folks, we haven't had rain in how many days, Pat? Is it 200 days?
I think we just hit 200 days. 200 days with no measurable rain. Now, it sprinkled a little by our house one day or a couple days, but that wasn't where they measure the rain. So basically 200 days without, it broke a record by a lot.
I remember the last significant rain, and you're going to agree with me, was right when we closed, when your mom showed up here.
Yeah, when my mom was here.
Yeah, and our kitchen flooded.
Yeah, there's a small leak somewhere in the roof that it poured so hard that it leaked down into the wall. So it was a complete downpour, but we haven't had anything more than. I've ever seen. Well, we've had worse. When we had that 100-year event that when we lived on the east side, where it took us an hour and a half to get into the office, that I think was worse. But we also didn't have the same. We didn't have the drainage system set up like we do now either. The city's better set up to handle that kind of rain, but it was pretty heavy. It was pretty heavy, and like I said, we haven't seen. Every day is like clear as a bell. The closest we get to clouds is the smoke from California burning.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, really, it's really been nice, and it's still been pool weather and suntan weather, but I'm stuck in here with two dogs right now. So
because what was it today? Like 90?
Yeah, it was pretty hot. We were outside. We were sitting outside, and I had to move them inside because I was working from the patio, and it was just way too hot. So
yeah.
It was definitely they were getting too hot, so I had to bring them in.
Yeah, and it's October. Normally October is beautiful 80s, Yep. That's what I love about this time of year. The weather is fantastic, a little chilly in the morning, and then the afternoons and evenings are nice, and then right around the time we hit Halloween, it starts to cool off, and then Thanksgiving it gets cold, and then by mid-January it starts warming up again.
Yeah. Well,
We
I'll
don't
be
get a lot
really
of cold weather here. We do get cold weather. It does drop below freezing occasionally, but we don't get a lot of that, which is good, because I'm not a cold
yeah,
weather person. Don't like it. Don't want
yeah.
it. Get it away from me. I
And
don't want to see it.
with Morgan coming in, he doesn't want to be anywhere
No,
near the
Morgan
cold
wants
weather.
some beautiful weather. He wants beautiful weather for his trip. Morgan wants to
He
see
wants
the
to,
sun shining. He wants to see girls
yeah,
in bathing suits.
yes, he does. And entertainment has been, I don't know if you heard, Pat, but entertainment's back in Vegas as well.
Starting to, yes.
Absinthe and Piff the Magic Dragon, and
Yes.
Sebastian Maniscalco, the comedian,
Yes.
has been doing VIP events over at the Wynn outside on the lawn. They have an
Wow.
outdoor lawn, and he's been performing for VIPs. It just came
that's
out in
cool.
today's paper. Yeah. The general public can't see him. So, he's doing VIPs.
Absolutely. Yes.
We're ready for you.
We're ready.
Can't
We are
wait.
so ready. We're so ready to do. I'm telling you, it's like, we get to do so little regular fun stuff anymore. It's like when we get to do some regular adult fun stuff, it's like, wow, this is what it was like talking to people in person. Ooh,
Now you can get us to shut up. Now we can't shut up. We never had that problem.
No.
We couldn't shut up. Even now we can't shut up. So
No.
People watching us are like,
we're just talking to ourselves right now. Dustin Morgan.
yeah, I do all the time. I do all the time. And what about anything else, Pat? I mean, what do you think of? We just got a brand new season of Walking Dead. I did not see we never got a chance to see the new one, Beyond, The World Beyond.
The World Beyond, yeah, Walking Dead, The World Beyond, which is a bunch of kids.
On Sunday, but I think it's taped.
Yeah, it's an interesting new one, and when that ends, Fear will start.
No, Fear's on now. Is
it on now? That's right. That's right.
On.
Fear's on now, so they are on consecutively. That's right, because we saw the first episode, and it had been so long we forgot what the storyline was from the last time. And now you're going to have so it'll be the beginning of next year, or probably maybe even summer of next year before we see the final season of The Walking Dead, which is an extended season, so it's nice. It's extra episodes.
Yes,
they're filming now.
And so is Cobra Kai. I don't know if you heard Cobra Kai. I don't know if anybody here is watching Cobra Kai, but definitely it's on Netflix. You will love it. I've talked about it. Pat and I talked about it. Best show on TV. Netflix announced the date for Cobra Kai season 3, and it's coming out in January with a brand new trailer.
That's awesome. And the best way to watch it is go binge watch the original Karate Kid 1, 2, and 3. Don't worry about 4. I mean, 4 is Hilary Swank. It's completely goes off.
I couldn't get into 4. I still didn't. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like, wait, what is this? So watch 1, 2, and 3 so that you can have all that fresh in your mind, because there's a lot of references in the television show to the original 3 movies. I hate to even count the 4th one, because the 4th one didn't have Daniel LaRusso in it. So
the 4th one did have a hawk. So I don't know if and in Cobra Kai we have a character named Hawk, and in 4 Hilary Swank took care of a hawk,
an actual hawk. So I do think that in 4 there are parts of 4 that they used for the series, so you may pick up stuff. It's just, to me, it was just, we watched part of it, and it was okay, it wasn't great, but there are certainly things that you'll pick up as references, for the series itself, and you go, oh, that's where they got that from. So, but I'm excited to see the new season. I think it should be great, and they already got season 4.
Yep, and they're actually going to be filming in January. So they're going to go out and start filming after the holidays. So they're going to be filming season 4 in January.
That would be awesome. I'm looking forward to it. Really looking forward to it.
Yeah. I hope one day that we can I hope that one day we can meet like William Zabka and Ralph Macchio. That would be
right?
cool.
Wouldn't that be cool?
And yeah, Martin Cove. And you want to know what's so funny is that people can't believe that I know the real names of the actors and not the characters. They're like, oh, Martin Cove and Ralph Macchio and William Zabka. They're like, William Zabka. I'm like, Johnny Lawrence. They're like, how do you know their real names? I'm like, well, I can television, and I couldn't call Eric Estrada Punch when he showed up on the show. Hey, Punch, come over here.
Hey, Punch. He probably would have laughed. Eric Estrada probably would laugh if you called it Punch.
Yeah, probably. Or Sylvester Stallone, Rocky. Hey, Rocky.
Yeah. Hey, Rocky. How you doing, Rocco? And look, he gets that all the time still. If you would have heard when we saw him at the Boxing Hall of Fame a few years back, there were I think more people were saying, "Hey, Rocky, yo, Rocco." I think more people were doing that than calling him Sylvester, or Mr. Stallone. I think a lot more people were going, "Hey, Rocco, yeah, Sly, yeah, Sly." So Sylvester's not a great name. Let's face it.
No.
You'd probably have to learn how to fight if your name was Sylvester and you grew up in Philadelphia.
Or Norman.
Norman, yes, absolutely. Now that he's got a new name, Norman. Stormin' Norman.
Well, he better learn how to fight if he's going to be out. He better learn how to fight if he's going to be out on the Strip at night. That's all. The stories I've been hearing about the Las Vegas Strip nowadays at night have me a little worried for Norman.
Yeah,
but if anybody can handle,
let's just say that the low rates that they've been offering on the rooms have brought in not the greatest of crowds. That's all I'll say. It's gotten a little ratchet, as they would call it, and a little rough.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't witnessed it. Have you? Well, no, I have witnessed it. I take that back.
Yeah, there's some, and it's just that even some of the people saying that when they've had to go up to the hotel, people having to go up to somebody saying, you got to put your mask on, and they're getting responded to in not just a whatever, like blowing them off, but in an aggressive manner, like what are you telling me, like angrily. So, yeah. But I mean, the reality is that's only a small part of it. You look at most of the people who've come into town, and they were actually kind of surprised. They thought it was going to be like a ghost town. And if you look at our couple from Saturday, they were like, we've been having a great time. This has been awesome. Because now they're in Vegas and it's not as crowded, so it's easier to get to the stuff that is open. And I think it's nice to see we're now starting to get some of these little smaller shows back going.
Yes.
I think the bigger ones will take a little longer because it's the number of people that it needs to be able to sustain itself is higher than 250. But I certainly think that we're going to start seeing some shows, more shows coming back to the Las Vegas Strip.
And our friends, the guys from the Bronx Wanderers, Vinny and his son, Vinny Jr., are actually playing in Carnival Court.
Yeah, you mentioned that. And that's a kind of an outdoor venue. It's kind of a big overhang and with the sides open. So that's a nice venue to play at because even people walking down the street can hear them.
But those two guys are the Bronx Wanderers are headliners. I mean, they're a headline show.
They didn't play big rooms. They're
mid card, right? Would you call them the mid card if you're a wrestling fan? They're not a headliner, but they're the mid card, right? But the fact that they're out there, performing in Carnival Court,
I think that's awesome.
But Vinny did say, the dad, the only song that they cannot perform is Sweet Caroline because people want to sing along and they don't want people singing along.
Yes, exactly. People are going to sing along to that every single time. So I can see
so they
that.
don't. That's the one song they cannot perform, Sweet Caroline.
But if you're interested in coming to Vegas, yes, there are a couple weird things going on. But the reality is the town is definitely hopping. There's a lot of people here. Not nearly as many as there normally would be, so it's easier to get around, easier to get into, to see certain things. The restaurants are open, but they're at 50% capacity. The bars are open now at 50% capacity, so you can go get a drink, which I think people drink here, don't they? When they come to visit?
Sometimes they get free drinks.
Yeah, free drinks, sometimes. Not often.
I don't know if they still do that. No, they do. I've seen cocktail waitresses in Caesar's Palace when we've walked through.
Yeah. I think they're a little more sparing about it, but they certainly do. But so now you can actually get a drink, go out to a restaurant. There's a few shows. Although
and
I
you
would
can
say
play bingo.
Oh, that's right, bingo. Yeah, if I scream it
Don't
out,
say
probably,
that.
yeah,
she's right here.
She's right next to you.
Yes, our dog is named Bingo. Everybody, just so you know, Bingo.
Bingo. Yes.
Everybody wants to see the dog.
It's good to see that we're kind of pushing forward with some things. Little by little, they're opening up, and we hope that trend continues. That we don't have another, that they don't try to, because if they try to shut down things again, it'll really screw things up. It'll be worse than first time. So let's hope that they are a little smarter this time and try to keep things running, because we all need to work. We all need to be able to pay the light bills, so we could come on here and entertain people.
Yes.
And we could do the distance show.
Now we're going to have a rumor going around that why is she at home and he's somewhere else? Like one of them is not, like, what's going on here?
He said he was sleeping on the couch. Was it the couch at work or the couch at home? And why is he on the couch? Is it really the dog?
And I never did see that dog that she said she has.
That's right. Because he won't jump up on your lap. He's not a big jumper.
Well, he's out cold. He's out cold right now. So he's waiting for you to come home so he can work his balls off.
That's right. Wake up. Wake up. Wyatt, wake up.
Not even close. He is out like a light. He is out for the count.
Yeah,
they both
he's sleeping
are.
Now. Okay. All right.
Well, after we're about done with the show, so I'll wake him up and
work him. Work that boy.
Well, he's been with me all day.
Good. Okay, cool, baby. Well, yes, we are going to wrap it up because I have to do a couple things and then head back to the house myself.
What's for dinner?
I don't know. What do you want? Free. Oh, look, I just noticed this. This is funny. Free drinks in Vegas cost me $1,000.
They sure do. But you get a nice steak dinner.
That free drink was $1,000. Oh God!
Oh, how's June? I wonder how June's doing. Alan's wife, June. Type in, how's June? Morgan, how's June? I wonder how she's doing. June, our friend, is the wife to Alan Koss, who was on Cheers. Is a regular in the bar. He was
a regular extra, I think they call it. He had speaking roles, though. He did have, and he was on there for a long time. He wasn't on every episode, but he was on a lot of them. He was one of the background guys that was sat on the far side of the bar or off to the side sometimes and would jump in. He wasn't the main cast, but he was on there a long time.
Yeah, and I couldn't believe Berta from
Berta, the actress that played Berta. Yes, at 77. I didn't realize she was. Haven't talked to her. We haven't talked to her in a while either.
Yeah. Well, make sure you call her when you come into town.
There you go. He will get in touch with her the next day or two. He knows you were saying that.
Oh, there you go.
Let me bring this down. There. So, well, thanks once again, folks, for tuning in to Staying Up with Pat initially, then Staying Up with Pat and Jodi.
Am I your special guest tonight? Is that what this is?
Tonight.
Am I a guest?
That's right.
Do I get to plug something? Do I get to do a shameless plug of something?
Yeah, plug something. Go for it.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I'm going to plug an event. I'm going to plug. Well, first of all, we got to plug this Sunday at the Red Rock. Sunday. This Sunday, starting at 9 o'clock and going till 12 o'clock, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., Pat and I will be rocking the Making Strides Against Breast Cancer walk at the Red Rock. It's not a walk. It's actually a drive-through. So people are going to drive up, honk their horns. We're also going to be on the radio, so you can turn on the radio and you can hear me and Pat, and we're going to be pumping people up. So if you live in Las Vegas and you know somebody who is a breast cancer survivor, somebody who has breast cancer now, or you just want to be there to show love to somebody who had breast cancer and lost their battle, please join us this Sunday over at the Red Rock Resort and Casino for the Making Strides event. It's going to be awesome.
And it's a drive-through event. It's in their south parking lot, the open parking lot. It's like the back side of the hotel. And there'll be signage out there, but you're basically just going to drive through the parking lot. We're going to play some music. We're actually going to pump the music over one of the channels as well, over the radio, just a low-power thing so you can listen to the music while you're in your car. But it's going to be a great event. It's normally 30,000 people walking and having a great time. We can't do that this year, but we could certainly do the drive-through, and I think it's going to be a wonderful event.
We'll excited. Have 30,000 cars instead.
Well, I don't know if we'll get that big, but that's okay.
We'll see.
That would take longer than 3 hours.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. I don't even know what I'm wearing. I got to figure out what I'm going to wear this year to the walk. I always do
comfortable. Yeah,
I'm going blue now. As you can see, my hair is going blue. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm not going to go pink.
No. But
so anyway, that was
so if you're here in Vegas, if you're here in Vegas on Sunday, come down to the Red Rock, 9 a.m. to noon. We're going to be there. Get there earlier rather than later to do the drive-through and show your support for the American Cancer Society. And the good thing about this is all the money that's raised stays here in Nevada. So it stays here to help women with breast cancer and breast cancer research and cancer research in general. So definitely help us out on that. That would be awesome. So on that note, thank you again for watching Staying Up with Pat and Jodi. Jodi's all the way over there and in Henderson, and I'm all the way over here by the strip. You can see the strips right there. I'm close.
Wait, we have to do one of these. Oh, wait, that way. Turn my hand. You got to give me a high five. Like, woo.
Oh, you want a high five? Okay.
Oh, yeah, I got to do this. One,
2, 3. 1.
Wait, count. 1. Wait, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 3. All right. Goodbye, everybody. Have a great one. He's about to see the dog here.
See, the dog is there. The dog is there, and he's making himself known. Goodbye, everybody.